Wow, the dedication to trolling here. This sibling ate all the peanut butter except left the tiniest little bit of layer on the outside so that it looks like it was a brand new jar. Like there was so much peanut butter in there. And then you open up the peanut butter and it is the disappointment of a lifetime. What's really more disappointing than finding out there isn't food when you thought there was food? I cry every time. So I have a little sister, right? And I know from experience, when you tell your younger sibling to not go into your room, they're gonna go through your room. And they're gonna go through your room harder because you told them not to. You wanna stop that right now? You do this. Unless you're James Bond, you ain't getting through this. Those wires are impenetrable. This girl thought she was getting a real life iPad for Christmas. She thought it until the moment she opened the box, and then she realized she was getting an iPad. But the wrong type of iPad. Nobody needs these iPads unless you've hurt your eye, and then you need an iPad for your eye. Most people don't hurt their eyes. I mean, do they? But regardless, I'd take an iPad over an iPad any day, even if I had a hurt eye, because iPad. Now, some of you guys may think this is a little extreme. They tied their little brother to the chair because they're sorting out all their cards. Seems extreme, but it's necessary. All those cards are in mint condition. Can't have him messing them up. You know, they gotta sort them and then they can untie him. It's only for like a minute. Also, I've done the duct tape challenge on my channel, and it is fun.
Azzy, get back. Azzy, get back. Come on.
So this mother made this boy a sandwich and goes, Matt made you a sandwich, smiley face. But the brother got to the sandwich first. Brother didn't eat the sandwich. No. That would be too easy. The brother took the note and made some little alterations, if you may. So he goes, turn over. You also adopted. I mean, the worst part about this is the writing looks similar enough that, like, I'm sure the sibling that opened this letter was like, I'm adopted? Mom? A fridge locker? There's Milka chocolate in there? That chocolate is so good. If they think this fridge locker is stopping me, oh, they'd be wrong. They got another thing coming for them. Azzy gets her snacks. Now say it with me. Azzy gets her snacks. Yeah. I guess it is kind of rough having siblings who steal your food. This is sadly necessary. So this dude's sister's a vegan, okay? AKA she doesn't eat meat, hasn't eaten meat for years. She passes out drunk and he's like, this is the perfect opportunity for a troll. So he puts a half-eaten burger in her hand so that when she wakes up, she thinks she's eaten meat and can't remember eating meat. Her life, it is before her eyes. I don't know what I'm saying, but she's gonna be upset. What even animals do to their siblings? This has to be rough. They're just stacking the toasts like one by one, all on top of her head to see how far they can balance. That is a full loaf of bread. Like, they balanced until they ran out of bread. This is amazing. This is also making me a little bit hungry. Now I want toast or a sandwich or both. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Imagine you open up your fridge on Christmas and all you want is some milk and cookies. All you want is those cookies and that milk, but everything be wrapped up. And now you don't know what's what because everything looks the same. So you gotta unwrap everything until you find the milk and until you find the cookies. Why are the cookies in the fridge? I don't know, because that's the first thing I could think of. But literally anything you're looking for is wrapped up. Like some things, like you can kind of tell what they are. Okay, maybe you can't tell, because this right here kind of looks like a plant pot to me. I can't say words today. This honestly happened because he was probably being annoying and they just wrapped him up like a burrito and just went on with their days. It's mean, but necessary. But also don't do it. I know it's necessary, but it's still wrong. But still necessary. This right here is like the unwritten law of having a sibling. If you're younger, chances are you're given a controller like this and it's not plugged in. Okay, this is a phone, but let's pretend it's a controller because I'm too lazy. And you're all like, oh, and you think you're moving, but really, it's your sibling doing the moving. This guy said he's volunteering his sister for the ice bucket challenge. That's where you pour ice over someone's head. Usually, they're in on it. Usually, they're aware about it. Usually, They're not just sitting there unexpectedly tanning while someone comes in and rains on their parade. They say siblings never forget your birthday. It's so true. A cake that says nobody loves you. Only a sibling can get away with this. Welcome home. Congrats on completing rehab. Now everybody at the airport knows where you came from. Your brother must really love you. You know how hard it is to get parking at the airport? If I had siblings that would make me a blanket like this, I would wear it with pride everywhere. You guys would see me in the streets. I would just have a cape for a blanket with my siblings' faces on it. It'd be beautiful. This person was tired of their sibling and their siblings' friends putting their feet up on the furniture. So they made a sign that's also a piece of art. Not bad at all. This is like, you don't ever have to say it again because it's right in their face. Like Superman is yelling at them. He even has his fist all clenched up like, you don't take your feet off. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, I feel like Superman probably punches better than that, but you guys get the drift. Everything, and I mean everything, is wrapped in tinfoil. Some siblings are so skilled that you go to the bathroom for 4 minutes and you come back and this is what happens. And you're like, why do I have a sibling? Like, you know you love them, but you're like, why? Sometimes we get lucky and we have siblings who are amazing at cooking and baking. And other times, we're not so lucky. It's a cake. What does it taste as good if you know it's a cake of a dog taking a poop? Here we got some beets. A pair of beets. Not by Dre, by your sibling. I feel like these would hurt to put on. Cans are heavy. And it was in this exact moment that she realized that she was no longer an only sibling. Her free ride is done. Look at her face. This is the face of like, can we get rid of her? For some reason, this sister will only hold her baby sister while wearing this mask. Like, she refuses to do it any other way. This baby sister is gonna grow up thinking she has a werewolf for a sister. Like, if she's gonna be like, where did my werewolf sister go? How confused would you be? This kid is waiting for his brother to leave the room and he's just gonna go, he's gonna be a pro Fortnite player, just you wait. Look at his stance, This sibling found a wonderful life hack. How to make sure your siblings don't realize that you've eaten a cookie. So if you eat one cookie, they're like, there's a cookie missing. But if you take a perfect bite out of every cookie and put it back in a way that you can't see it, they think the container's full and no one's touched it. Is it mean? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Our get along shirt. I've seen these so much. Like, parents love putting kids into these shirts when they get into fights. But do they actually work? Because I feel like if I was stuck in a shirt with someone who I was mad at, we would just fight more. Like, I don't think this would fix anything. Would you like eventually learn to get along? Or would you just like start biting each other? I'm like, cause what else can you do in there? Just like imagine the tumbling that would happen. It'd be like, da, 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 da. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, stay sweet, and don't forget to be nice to each other. Bye-bye.